Okay, we're back. I did my grinding. We're at... Oh, the stupid things. Whatever. I freaking hate... Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna get done with the grinding here.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
First, let's save all of our personas.
Registering, I see. Will you register it to the compendium? All registered.
Now... Just making sure I'm on the right... It's okay. Okay.
Ah, feud. Which will you choose?
See freaking Cherubog to make
This
Pazuzu.
please choose what skills to inherit.
My Eiga Ototarukaja, Enduring Soul, and Life Aid.
It appears it will receive. Well then, shall we begin?
As I advise you to urge my V to use their power well, and together we shall reign over the best in the world. There. Like, I got on Poison Mist, Infuriate, and Ailment Boost. Next, Jatayu and Hecaton Pyrez to make Aeon
Please choose
Uriel,
what skills to inherit.
who will basically just exist out character there, but I'm not saying yours, Sam.
It seems no
And-
new power. Why, this is exciting, isn't it?
Well, just... Hey, I'm just serious. Okay, so...
This persona, yes? What do you wish to inherit?
Alright, Mott.
It appears it will receive.
So it begins.
Honestly, I don't really mind it. If you have more... Mott, Megiddo, Gassy Whale, Evil Smile, and All Fear. Ganesha and Titania.
Which will you choose?
Could have sworn I just had both of these.
Seeing what personas come to be is a great joy of mine.
I could have sworn I just had both of these. Oh, no. Wait, sorry, I got lost. I got lost, sorry. Roan and Uriel make Judgment's Trumpeter, our first Judgment persona. But I'm not saying
It seems
Enduring Soul.
A new power emerges.
And Trumpeter, oh no one who harbors me, let sound the trumpets of calamity. Oh man. Okay. So I don't know about that shit. But okay. Hariti and Pazuzu make
This one is
Nah.
somewhat beneath you.
Hariti and Pazuzu. That? Be
This person,
Shamalton.
What do you wish to inherit?
And all this shit.
It
I'm eating them.
appears it will
Character there,
receive-
but I also know what I'm doing.
Why, this is
So,
exciting, isn't
Character
it?
there. Yeah, I'm holding a guide. I shall slay each and one of your foes, one of your power and your strength. And this makes it easy. Character there, rest of here. No equipment. But yeah, basically, you don't really care. Nah. There. I guess, let's see. Keep crit rate, amp, primal force, myriad arrows, and pierce boost. Suzaku and Trumpeter make Gabriel.
Choose what skills to inherit.
I freaking love Gabriel.
It seems you have been blessed.
So it begins.
Here. When you were. Gabriel, then Mott and Gabriel to make Raphael. Hey, that's
Choose
cool.
what skills to inherit.
Like Idola. Maraku.
It appears it will. Well then, shall we begin?
And Raphael, let me my power be yours and bless you with a healthy body and soul. Alright. Beat Tempest Slash, Magaridine, Medea Rama, and Angelic Grace. Alright. Alright, Succubus and
Take a look.
I'm Succubus.
Is this acceptable? Very well, it's yours.
Son.
Browse to your heart's content.
Yeah, just want to make sure I already have Garuda. Oh, Pavarti and Garuda.
Does that persona catch your eye?
Alright, Pavarti. Okay. Yeah, alright, sure.
Please choose the persona.
Succubus,
you would like to fuse.
make Garuda with Raphael.
This person, what do you wish to inherit?
It appears it will receive a fair.
A new power emerges.
No! Of it. Happen, I agree that an ideal.
Oh dear. Oh.
I really didn't want this persona. That's a really good set of skills, I guess. It is, honestly. But you get Spellmaster next. God damn.
Are you finished? We look...
That fusion accent was really great, and I absolutely did not understand how great it was until it was too late.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Yeah, I didn't have much to say about that. Ooh,
Now then,
Please choose the personas you would like to fuse.
there.
please choose what skills to inherit.
Wait, what?
What do you wish to inherit?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I got really confused there. So let's just start over again.
It appears it will receive...
It's finally time. Please take a look.
Let's see here.
So you'll be summoning this, may it be your inner strength. Are you...
Which will
Okay.
you choose?
Please choose what skills to inherit.
Yeah, it's really just kinda...
It seems no new...
A new power emerges.
We got Loki in that fusion. And yeah, Loki is an optional fusion we could have gotten. But the problem here is that it's a level 69 fusion that I'm really not interested in using right now.
Please choose what skills to inherit.
Like, I'm not super interested in using Loki right now.
Well then, shall we begin?
Getting Spellmaster potentially way earlier into the next part, like dungeon grind, is interesting, but I'm generally okay. Generally okay
What do you wish to inherit?
with this setup.
It seems
During Soul.
no new
What's
well,
that?
Well,
Here's there. Is up. Very. So, Soul. Here, that's it. It's supposed to be character there. Alright, let's see. Trumpeter, Hariti, and Pazuzu.
seeing what personas come to be is a great joy of mine.
This persona. What do you wish to inherit?
It appears
I fucking love it.
Well then,
It depends what you want to
shall
do.
we begin?
It just depends what you want to do, man. You, Lumi. You, Lumi. Huh? You, Lumi. Huh? Garrett's there, so we're... Garrett's there, but the problem here is just that it was too extremely bright. But it's like... We'll get rid of that for Primal Force. Severe Pierce damage. But, yeah, too severe...
This. What do you wish to inherit?
And their money is pretty unlikable.
It seems you have been blessed.
So it begins.
I don't really like Divine Judgment, I have to stress. It's a worse gimmick than Hamon and all the other light and dark spells.
Is what do you wish to inherit?
It appears it will receive. Well, well, well.
Okay, Kasumi. You mean Kasumi? Huh. Yeah, right, no. But I think no. Yeah, but yeah. I get what it was these days before. Like, it's just good. There. Dead. Nah, he's there. God, no. No. God, no. No. Alright, Succubus, Raphael. That's why I got Succubus earlier.
Please choose what skills to inherit.
No.
It appears it will receive a.
A new power emerges.
It's there, but it's also just its own. Yeah. Alright, Tentarafu. Anta Ray. What about. Okay. Avarti and Garuda. Give me Barong.
Please choose what skills to inherit.
The Tarakaja. Atamaraku. Enduring Soul. Life Aid.
It appears it will receive an
It's finally time.
I think Barong. Also Rachel, whose outfit is just bad. Let's get rid of Eerie Sound because, yeah, we don't need that. We do need to get rid of Auto Harukaja for Auto Masukukaja though. And we'll keep Drain Electric. Prevent skill change. Each of 10 and Belong gives us Cali.
This persona, what do you wish to inherit?
Look at that.
It appears it will receive. Well then, shall we begin?
I'm Kali. If you rank a rampage all I want. Like Kali. I don't really care. Heat Wave, Deathbound, Charge. High counter. Sweet. Now we'll form a long-awaited special fusion down here.
Are you satisfied with this? Please choose what skills to inherit.
Eha. Auto Rakukaja. Auto Sukukaja. And Invigorate 1. Sure, whatever. I guess doesn't matter what else we put on here.
It appears it will receive an immense amount of power.
A new power emerges.
You're probably wondering why we skipped out on getting this obvious persona. And the simple question is, we never needed Pale Rider. Even when we were on the level to make Pale Rider, it wasn't like we needed Pale Rider for any particular reason. Horseman. Oh, that's stupid. What? Well, yeah. Alright, whatever. Next, we'll make Mada.
Is this acceptable?
Here's another special fusion.
What do you wish to inherit?
Oh. Life Aid. Shift Boost.
It appears it will receive a large amount of power.
It's finally time.
Also, Mada! My infinite power won't swap both your her without yours. I don't think you can back up the claim of having infinite power, Mada, but then that's life. We're gonna keep Agidine, Maragidine, and no wind. No Pierce. And last but not least, Norn.
Persona is powerful. Please choose what skills to inherit.
That.
It appears it will receive a good amount of... Well then, shall we begin?
Ook, yes. Okay. What? You're cool, Lumi. Lumi. Oh, Susie. I don't hate that. I hate that happened. But happened, but it's not about. Yeah, I hate that happened, but yeah, there's some of it for some reason. Who could possibly know? And the reason I commented on it is because I saw it. And I would comment on it. Yeah. Oh, so he had cute little inflections to it, but I don't think Pat was wrong when he was not critical. Alright. Alright, sure.
Very well. We look Welcome to the Velvet Room. This is your progress so far.
Alright.
Please take a look. Is this acceptable? Very well.
Summon Garuda.
Does that persona catch your eye?
Let's see.
Is this acceptable? Very well. It's yours. Is this acceptable? Very well. It's yours.
What? Huh. I could have sworn I registered you.
This persona, yes?
I could have sworn I had you registered. Okay. Trumpeter.
Please take a look. So you'll be summoning. May it be your inner strength.
Big Free Gorilla Party.
Is this acceptable? May it be your inner strength. So you'll be summoning this one.
Aoguji.
Your inner strength. Is this acceptable?
Gabriel.
Very well. It's yours.
Mada. Norn. Itania.
This persona. Is this acceptable? Very well. It's yours.
Yeah.
Please take a look. Very well. We look.
Yeah, keep Callie for later. That's what that's about. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Oh, hello. Good morning.
What's up? Yeah, that's it for Aegis right there. I don't know what the heck happened with my
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Registering, I see. Is overwriting acceptable?
Yes.
All registered. Will you register it to the... I've completed registration. Very well.
I don't... Oh, that's what happened. I didn't actually...
We look...
Yeah, I screwed up by failing to register on my stuff earlier. I suck. I sucked doing that. Wow.
Now you're here. I'm counting.
Mega Drive.
By the way, much
3 diamonds.
What'd you bring? Wanna... Alright, I'll take that. You be seeing you.
Okay. Well, that's my fault.
Hello.
I love this scene. I love it. Let's talk to Mitsuru now. I had nothing.
Interesting. So this takoyaki doesn't contain an entire octopus, but only a small portion. I mean, that does make sense. The entire creature would be far too large for a single person. Sometimes my own ignorance truly astounds me.
Yeah, I agree. Why not give it a try? Are you, having it?
Seeing is believing, I suppose. Excuse me.
I think it was like
One piece of takoyaki, please.
terrible stick drift.
What? Oh, they're only sold in multiples? How generous. So I'll receive an entire tray for this price. So it's filled with diced octopus. Interesting. There's a mild sourness combined with the chewy texture of the seafood. Quite flavorful. Are there other ingredients mixed in? In any case, it's quite good. C'est très bon. That reminds me, Akihiko once mentioned this place. Speaking of Akihiko, don't you think he's been acting differently lately? I can't place my finger on it, but I've known him for quite a long time. It feels like something's changed.
There, I think the problem.
Maybe he's just maturing. Of course I'm happy. With all that we've been through, it can be difficult to get over what's happened in the past. But Akihiko is using his experiences to make himself stronger. I'm quite impressed by that. When I look
But
at Akihiko,
it also feels
I
very
can't help
weird.
but reflect upon my own life. It's the most peculiar feeling.
Oh. Oh. Maybe you're anxious.
Anxious? You may be right. Maybe a part of me is panicking because I feel like I'm being left behind.
Okay. The dude had fake.
Sorry, don't mind me. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Sorry to subject you to my thoughtless rambling. Just forget I said anything.
I heard nothing.
Thank you. That takoyaki was absolutely delicious. We should eat here again sometime.
Welcome back.
Great. No, I haven't. Yeah, I wonder if I can do something weird. Alright. The Garlic Cafe. We gotta go back to the grind set mindset. The reason we're... Yeah, the grind set mindset trophy is the reason we're doing this. There's a reason we've actually still been doing this.
I've been looking for you. What are you doing here?
There.
I
And
kinda just
it looks
ended up
weird.
here somehow.
And
So
he
strange.
looks...
The sky and the ground look all weird.
eh.
And there's no one around. Something bad's happening right now. But for some reason, I feel at peace.
Have you forgotten?
What?
This is the dark hour. Ordinary people shouldn't be free to roam about. You've adapted to it somehow. Too well for a human. I finally understand. That's why I feel this way whenever you are around. You are dangerous. You are my enemy.
Your enemy? Enemy. That's right. It was on a night like this, with a full moon. It was a long time ago.
Yes, we've met once before. You and I were enemies.
Who am I? Who are you?
I am Aegis, the last of the anti-shadow suppression weapons. I was created to destroy shadows.
Created to destroy.
And you,
He doesn't agree to hate.
true name is
I wonder what hate...
You are the shadow I sealed away 10 years ago.
Shadow. Yes, 10 years ago, on the night when I was born, I stood on this very bridge.
My sole purpose is to destroy shadows. That is the reason why I was given both a sense of self and a persona.
I am the bearer of the 13th Arcana. Everyone knew me as Death. But when I came into being, a part of my power was broken off and scattered.
I wouldn't
I
know.
wasn't at my
Nope.
full strength back then.
No.
I was incomplete.
Yeah, I actually...
Even so, your power is still far too
I don't know who the fuck they are. Honestly, so I just... usually do not. Nah, I don't need help. Nah, I don't need help. Yeah, it's just... It's please.
Since I was unable to defeat you, my only option was to seal you away. However, under the circumstances, there was only one suitable vessel. A human boy who had the misfortune of being nearby. I had no other choice.
But that's the rub. A single human. In the world.
Now I see. I was inside of him all this time. And I unwittingly led him to discover my 12 missing pieces. And then... I get it. I understand now. I remember everything. I know exactly who and what I am. Don't be foolish, I guess. You can't win. I'm even stronger than before.
The machine is created to serve a specific purpose. I will destroy you. That is my only reason for existing!
It doesn't have to be that way, I guess.
Sorry. I can't carry out my mission. I'm a machine that can't fulfill its purpose. I have no reason to exist. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm scared.
Juno?
我那个好像
Did
呢，
something happen?
不对，
Yukari? What's the matter?
Well, I realize it's a full moon tonight. You did too, huh? Oh, God. I'm turning into a workaholic. Wait. Is something actually going on?
We're not certain of anything yet, but we can't find Igus.
What? Where could she have gone?
At one point, I was able to sense a persona, but I lost Igus right after that.
You sensed a persona? Could it have been
How
Strega?
did you know the second one?
Well, she hasn't detected any of them, but we can't be positive.
Reports of her.
I've pinpointed her location.
What?
The Moonlight Bridge.
Your mission.
All right, call the others. Let's see what's going on over there.
Action. There really shouldn't have been. There are no.
I'm sorry. I remember everything. I remember who I am, who he is. Leader, I know why I wanted to be by your side. I'm sorry. I failed. I'm sorry.
You have no reason to apologize.
You?
Ryoji-kun? Wait, what are you doing here?
Igus!
Look here. Man, they're right.
What is going on?
It's all my fault.
You did this?
Hold on, Akihiko. He's not showing any signs of aggression. Now tell us, who or what are you?
Turns out, I'm not so different from the creatures you call shadows.
Plot twist.
You're a shadow?
I'm more than just an ordinary shadow. I'm the Appriser, born from the union of the 12 Arcana.
The Appriser?
I remember everything now. The terrifying truth about the shadows and about me. I can't. It's all so hard to believe.
You know the truth about the shadows?
I do.
What?
The shadows are here to facilitate the rebirth of the maternal being. As for the Appriser, it draws the maternal being to it, allowing her to awaken.
And the Appriser. That's you?
That's right.
His maternal being. What is it?
She's on a level of her own. No words in our language can describe her. 10 years ago, a man collected hordes of shadows and contained them in a laboratory. That's where I was born. But the unification was interrupted, and I awoke before I was complete. After that, Aigis took me down, and I returned the favor.
Aigis? Is this for real, Ryoji?
She knew she couldn't destroy me completely, so out of desperation, she sealed me within a child
Jan
who just
Lee.
happened to be nearby. That child grew up carrying me inside him, and my
See, who I gotta be honest,
later
kind
made his
of
way back here. He even transferred to your school.
a lot of it's kind of weird, not at all. Yeah.
You
Oh.
mean
That's right.
Yeah, it's
I've
kind of weird
lived
that
inside him for a long
it-
time.
well, it's not. I don't know why you keep. Hey. Yeah, I got.
but
Yeah, I keep reading up because people keep
When his
asking me
persona
why.
awakened, the 12
I love the
shadows
con
did
because
as well,
if you're correct,
all in order
then
to become one with
they're
me.
Jedi. You fates.
You
So I
are the
left.
Appriser?
Huh.
And you were inside of him? How the hell do you expect us to just believe all that?
Weird. There.
That's
I
all
don't think.
my fault.
Right.
I'm
There.
sorry, but there's more.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
I need
There's there.
to tell you.
I don't think Darren. If this is just about some idea that care. So yeah, I think he's just a dick.
He's completely worn out.
There.
Let's let him rest.
It's
for
like
now.
really seriously. No, I'm
Aigis
not.
needs us
Okay,
too.
fine.
We'll pick up where
Fine.
we left
Yeah,
off
no.
after that.
That whole thing went south fast. Fast. Huh? But yeah, I don't hate the games. There's no reason to have an opinion on the games, honestly.
He's awake now. Let's meet tonight on the 4th floor.
Got it.
All right. I'll see you then.
Damn you, Ryoji.
It looks like we're all here.
are you okay, Ryoji-kun?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks. Besides, I have more to tell you guys.
Ryoji-kun.
Then allow me to jump right in. We have many questions that need answers, after all. Yesterday, you said the shadows were here to facilitate the rebirth of the maternal being. Tell us more about this. What happens if she returns?
The maternal being is called Nyx.
Who the hell's Nick?
Nyx is the mother of shadows. In ancient times, she bestowed death upon this world. If she awakens, the world will be swallowed by darkness, and all life will perish.
All life?
Are you saying everyone will die?
It'd be more accurate to say that we'll all surrender the will to live.
Wait, are you talking about the lost? The fall.
But there's still a way to stop it from happening, right? What? Don't tell me there's nothing we can do.
I'm sorry.
Wait, why are you apologizing? Are you saying there's no way to stop it?
That's right. You heard the bell. That's when it was all decided. I'm the Appriser. The Appriser of Death. The fact that I'm here at all proves the fall is coming.
The fall is coming.
When will it happen?
I don't think you'll live to see next spring.
That's barely any time at all. What are you guys freaking out about? Nick Schmicks, am I right? All we gotta do is win and we're golden. And we haven't lost a single fight yet, have we?
More like, it's not possible. When you're up against Nyx, power doesn't mean a thing. It's like trying to fight the inevitable. Like death or the flow of time. Nyx can't be defeated. She just can't.
What? This is bullshit!
This is all so sudden.
I was born from a collection of shadows, but now I have a human form, so I can talk with you, laugh with you, cry with you. It's the gift I received for existing within him, and because of that, I can give you a choice.
A choice?
Nyx's arrival is unavoidable now, but you can choose to live in peace until she arrives. You just have to kill me. If the Appriser disappears, all recollection of the Dark Hour would go with me, and that would erase any memories of this hopeless reality. There'd be no way for you to remember anything. When the fall comes, it'll happen in an instant. You won't have to suffer at all.
We'll forget everything?
I'm saying you can go back to your normal lives, and by doing that, you might buy a little time and delay the fall too. Technically, I'm the same as Nyx, so I can't be killed. But thanks to him, there's a part of me that's become human. So if it's done by his hand, then it may be possible.
Ryoji-kun.
If you don't kill me, everything will stay just as it is. With no hope for salvation, you'll live every day paralyzed by the fear of your impending death. And I don't want to put you through something like that.
I know.
I don't want my memories to be erased. I mean, forgetting all this would be like trying to hide from the truth.
Is that really such a bad thing? If you don't do this, all that awaits is despair greater than you can possibly imagine. You don't understand the terror of certain death. Don't make your decision without at least thinking about it first.
Why is this happening?
You don't have to decide right now. There's still some time. December 31st, New Year's Eve. You have until then to think about it. After that, I'll dissolve into the blackness of the Dark Hour and lose my physical form.
Ryoji.
When Nyx arrives, I'm going to disappear anyway. So please, don't worry about me. I'll be back when New Year's Eve rolls around.
Hey! Ryoji, wait!
Stop, Junpei-kun! I felt Ryoji-kun's presence vanish just now. There's no point in chasing him. He's gone.
Ryoji-kun.
I guess he'll be back.
So dance. If you wanna go ahead, free to do whatever. I'm chilling on my bed.
I'm sorry.
Biz, so mind your own biz. Whatever like is.
I always feel like this is actually a really good. All right. I don't know why I'm making this type of autosave, but you guys do that. I'll go to Club Escapade and hang out with this cool old man.
Maybe this is what they call divine guidance. The detective called me this morning and said he found my wife and son. He said they're running a small restaurant. Sounds like it's pretty popular among the locals. My son's married. His wife is pregnant. Sure makes me feel old. Ain't coming back till I earn their forgiveness. So, I'll be out of town for a while. I decided the next time I saw your face would be the day I leave. So I'll be going tonight. I'll get down on my knees if I have to. If my son wants to sock me in the face, well, that's fine too. I've been thinking about proposing to my wife again. Even though I'm not so good with words. I'm gonna say, I want to recite the sutras with you by my side for the rest of my life. Well, how's that sound?
That's awesome.
Come on, kid, you're embarrassing me. Might not mean much coming from a monk who couldn't relinquish thoughts of the family he lost. But I was finally able to face the fact that I was drinking to hide my true feelings. It was an enlightenment of sorts. It's all your fault, kid. After lecturing you all those nights, you started reminding me of my son. Maybe Buddha sent you to help me.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I believe in fate. If I'd not met you, I don't think I'd ever see my family again. I owe you, kid.
Wow. Yeah, this is why we didn't need to pick that Kukulon.
The innermost power of the tower. The ultimate form of the tower.
Chi-Yu.
Here, take this. Think of it as a goodbye gift. When you mix Confro with white rum and lemon juice and shake it, you get a cocktail called XYZ. Movies and manga often use the initials XYZ to symbolize the end of something. But I consider XYZ to be the best of the best. It tastes so good going down. I'll be praying that your future will be XYZ. So long, kid.
You mean salmon? French eater. Oh yeah, you're goddamn French. Nah, because you're goddamn French.
You gotta say now you're
Good day. Are you accepting a request? Oh,
Yeah.
await a report of success. By all means. Very well.
Santa. Yeah, Richard the missing person.
Welcome. Thank you.
This is kind of a weird. Guys, this is all. Alright, Mitsuru, I know you're technically going through an existential crisis right now.
Good day. Here are my requests. Let's hear the result. Mark?
Yeah, that's cute. I brought an actual gift. Alright.
Very well.
Alright. Say, fucking Polonium Mall. Shit, I'm sorry. What are you gonna do here? Akli.
Salut. You know, there's not much time left for us to spend like this.
Yeah, because what we just learned last night.
Back on these days with nostalgia. No, I'm probably just tired. It's nothing you need to worry about. Since my father passed away, I've been faced with a number of complicated issues. My inheritance, the future of the Kirijo group, and the expectations of everyone involved with both. It's possible I won't be going to college or starting a career. I may need to walk a different path. Say, what does marriage mean to you?
It's all for love.
That's a straightforward answer. However, I'm a Kirijo. I can't let my feelings tug me around when making these decisions. An agreement between two parties, such as marriage, takes careful consideration. My parents' marriage was arranged for strategic reasons, but as time passed, they slowly grew to honestly love each other. I don't think they were unhappy with their lives. Love can take many different forms. Am I wrong about this?
That's a tough one.
If I could speak with my father one last time, I would ask him directly. Looks like we ended up staying until closing time. Talking in the library. I'm not setting a very good example as student council president. We should go.
Yeah.
So dance. If you wanna go ahead, free to do whatever. I'm chilling on my bed. I'm minding my biz, so mind your own biz. Whatever life is, we gon' flow with
Okay, history website note.
the fire with the burning desire. Every day we inspire, but never expires.
Leads in battle.
Let me rock the world tomorrow.
Leaders in battle. When you ambush each other behind, your theurgy gauge will rise. So that's sick. Piecemeal upgrades like this are really nice.
I never feel like miserable. I never knew I'm thinking this will last forever. Did you stay with me? You gotta say now you're over me. I never.
Hey. Thanks. Oh, you came. Thanks. So, there's something I want to ask you.
Not unless you're like,
Why do you spend so much time with me? It's gotten you into a whole mess of trouble. And honestly, some of the stuff I've said is really not okay. Is it because we're both Persona users? Or are we actually good friends? Or do you, by any chance, have feelings for... What do you really think of me? Yeah, I thought so. I mean, you're always so nice to everyone. It's not like I'm special. Even so,
sure.
as a friend, do you like me? I see. I'm glad to hear that. Sorry. It just feels like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. Oh, come on. In it together, Yukari. You know, your like and my like may be a little different,
Because, yeah, monogamy.
but we're connected in another
Because,
way.
yeah, monogamy.
I
It's
think
always been an
that's
option. People
something
just
special too.
politically don't.
Don't you?
Fun games. We want to get back.
Oh gosh, what am I saying? I'm gonna go cool my head for a bit.
Wait,
Starting tomorrow, this never
that's not what I
happens,
said.
okay? I'll go on being your good friend. So, I'm gonna go now. Bye!
No.
So dance. If you wanna go ahead, free to do whatever. I'm chilling on my bed. I'm minding my biz, so mind your own biz. Whatever life is, we gon' flow with the set.
Thank you.
Never felt like
Yes.
that it didn't. I never felt
Which one?
Alright, Prime Nihil Blade.
We have some new items prepared. Come take a look.
What? Gold quartz.
Is that all you need? Hope to see you.
Welcome. Why?
Welcome, come on in. Creating equipment. What would you like?
Yeah, at this point I might as well get the Fatal Blade, because the Kanashige is out of my league.
What will it be?
But this also, I also need to...
Everything good? Hope to see you soon.
I'll be right back, actually. Okay, so I'm back in the bathroom. We just went in with Yukari, Junpei, and Mitsuru, so we're gonna go in with Ken as our healer next time with Ataris, which means that we need to pick 2 other people ringless, and that also means Akihiko and Aigis. So Ken, Akihiko, and Aigis. Which means we need to focus on upgrading Hiko and Yukari.
Welcome, come on in. Creating equipment.
I mean, Akihiko and Aigis.
So, what will it be?
Double ziggurat? Strike amp. Oh, yeah.
You're sure? Here, it's all yours.
And Ariotes with Atamasuku.
Are you sure? Here, it's all yours. Even after turning my hobby into a career, I still find myself buried in research. Guess I can't kick the habit.
But yeah, I don't have enough diamonds. And I need to get... Great. Cloth.
We have some new items prepared. Come take a look.
Medium reduction of magic damage. Akihiko could use it as well. There's also fifth number.
You never really know what life has in store for you. Who would have guessed I'd be running an antique shop, much less meet a kid like you? So, what will it be? You're sure about this? Here you go. Thanks for waiting. So, what will it be? You're sure about this, right? Here you go. Thanks for Thanks for waiting. Here, it's all yours.
Yeah, so myself, Akihiko, and Ken will be Fairy Cloak.
So, what will it be?
Aegis, on the other hand, will need fifth number.
Here you go. Thanks for waiting.
And I'll get her 3 walkers for faster overheat recovery, which is pretty sick. After that,
So, what will it be?
that's... Oh, okay. Makes sense. Giving us to everyone. Junpei getting the dragon boots next to be
Everything I craft is sure to be
very
useful
nice.
against the shadows.
But in this case, we're going to
So, what will it be?
make a green shawl right now instead.
Here, it's all yours.
Alright.
What would you like?
And power transmitter, which will give everyone which will give a person equipped with
Here you
Mataru.
go. Thanks for waiting.
Which is the main reason we didn't make our personas with Mataru Kaja anymore.
What would you like? Is that all you need? Come again.
Mysterious Gata. I can only make one Mysterious Gata, so.
Welcome. Why?
Welcome. Come on in. Creating equipment. So, what will it be? You're sure of here, it's all yours. Please bring the required materials.
Alright.
Everything good. Hope to see you soon.
Wow, I had the Blizzard vest for a long time. Fairy Cloak. Serious Gata, okay. Power transmitter. Sick. Sid's jacket can be replaced with Fairy Cloak. we'll give you the silent sandals because obviously Kaja helps you. Okay, so equip you stuff. Wow. Been so long since you have literally no upgrades.
Welcome. Come on in. Which one? So, what will it be?
Pierce amp. Interesting. Alright. Ooh, garden speed transmitter.
Everything good? Hope to see you soon.
Alright, Omega Spear. Karkaja. Well, I guess you could just use that. It's not like the Tomokiri is going anywhere. Last Fairy Cloak. Warding Shoes is pretty much the only thing he can have, really. Ushas bracers for Pierce boost, but unfortunately we don't have Alright then.
I'm used to being accosted by people, but recently I had an interesting encounter. It was a young man, not much older than you. Do you know what he said to me? He said, "Thank you." I thought the same thing, so I asked him to repeat himself. But sure enough, that's what he said. I was shocked someone would actually thank me for selling fake products. But then he told me he quit his part-time job and was going to study to become a public prosecutor. He wants to punish businessmen like me for bending the rules. He said I was an example of a negative role model, even though I wasn't aware of it. Maybe I'm overreacting, but what if he does become a public prosecutor and puts me behind bars? I suppose that means I wouldn't be able to give you my advice anymore. My shareholders ought to take a leaf out of that boy's book. Apparently, kids these days aren't as naive as we thought.
Wow. Susie's, you know, a character there. I wonder why he brings it up. And it's just weird, obviously. I remember the videos. Yeah. I think he was just and I feel like the problem there is that he doesn't really care. I don't think he gets to explain it. It's just that at some point he just kept going. And I don't. No. I'm just duping this card to say I have a duplicate.
Hey. Thank you. So, I'd like you to celebrate with me. As of today, I am a free individual. No, not quite yet. Almost, though. I just came from the hospital. They were going to admit me, but it's no longer needed. I guess my body is too weak to undergo surgery. So I've opted out of examinations and medication. I'm done with the hospital. Now, I'm just waiting for the end. But I don't feel like I'm being singled out anymore. Everyone is waiting to die all the same. Some just have longer to wait than others. But once the time comes, it's the same for all of us. I'm still a little lonely, but I've moved past the sadness. Could I get a better look at you? I want to remember your face.
Yeah, I can already. There. Turns way. It's just more.
I'm a little bit tired today. The story is almost done. So I'll show it to you. I'll come see you again.
No.
Alright, fucking do like every little thing tonight. So let's see here. Mental instructor. Yeah, here. Max SP. What a riveting use of the night. Yeah, it's understandable. I'm not gonna do the.
That's why.
I think I've heard the story back when the actions, but I also realized that's just kind of.
I'm kind of hungry. Let's go out to eat. What do you want to get? Oh, I want a frog burger from Wild Duck. Come on, let's
Oh god, look at all that trash underneath the.
So, the other day, Mom and Dad, they talked to me about why they were
I should also really stress that Michael's parents
They listened to
are
everything.
awful,
Did I do good?
and they committed domestic abuse against their own kid. They committed domestic abuse against their own child, and there is nothing you can do about that. And the more you think about that, the more you realize that it's really insufferable
So, Mom and
how the
Dad,
problem
they
what Michael's
said
having
when
is
there's
something that
no
she can't actually deal
it's
with.
hard to stay married, but they said not to
to worry, because they would love me no matter what. So I told them it's okay if they get divorced. It must be hard to live with someone you don't love. Hey, so I have to choose if I want to live with Mom or Dad. Who do you think I should pick?
The fact that picking the dad who hit you gives you the most socially points here, over the mom who didn't actually do anything to you physically, as sad as that godforsaken choice is the most uncomfortable thing ever.
Yeah. I love my dad. He always buys me toys and stuff.
Then again, I like Endeavor from My Hero Academia, and I actually want him to get a redemption arc.
I don't want her to be all alone. Maybe I should go with her. Oh, if I go with Mom, I might have to move somewhere far away. And then I won't be able to play with you anymore. It's no fair. I miss you too much.
Dad?
You better get home. Hey, will you hold my hand on the way home?
Hey, you Debbie Downers. Yeah, good idea. I'm gonna go work on the grind set mindset some more. Yeah, over 50,000 yen total from part-time jobs. I'm not sure yet. Come on, give me some weeks for this.
Hello.
And which is fair. I don't want it to get serious. I don't want it to get serious. But yeah, I don't want to.
It's so simple. You just purchase a ticket at the window and then walk in to enjoy a film. This may sound silly to you, but I've always wanted to try the whole theater experience. Even though we sat at the end of the aisle, I didn't feel that my view was compromised in the least. It seems a lot of thought goes into the design and construction of a movie theater.
Well, I enjoyed it.
It's thanks to you. I've never felt comfortable enough to come here alone. I'm sure most people don't consider this to be such a big deal. I imagine someone like Yukari would have no reservations seeing a movie by herself. She's likely more suited to riding a motorcycle than I am as well. Yes, you must have seen it when I wrote in to provide support for the team. However,
I mean, I'm just
wasn't
like...
my original motivation for getting it. With a motorcycle, I can go where I want, when I want, all on my own. You could say it's my modest attempt at rebellion against the many restrictions of my life. After it was damaged, I considered letting go, but ultimately I decided to have it repaired instead.
I don't want to be serious.
Even now, I spend my time
I don't
doing
want it to be
whenever I
like
can.
serious. Like, make it like
Together? Just the two of us. Can you ride one on your own? Or do you plan to cling on behind me?
I don't know.
Whichever it is, you've got your work cut out for you. In any case, you have my thanks. I'm feeling a lot better now.
Alright.
You know, I have to wonder. When my parents went through stressful times, maybe they had moments like this too. Sorry, I know this isn't the proper place to stand around chatting, but if it's all right with you, why don't we stay here a bit longer before heading back?
I'm glad going to the movies took your mind off the fact that Nyx is coming. I'm really glad.
Well...
Yeah, I get it. That's nice. I'm sorry, I don't care about this. Social links are already finished. We're not going to bother listening to these. The party members are pretty much... It's surreal.
Yeah.
But you face it head on. Face it.
Alright.
Finals almost here. Keto. You mean keto? No. I don't think he fascinates me, and he also terrifies. Like, he's not scary, it's just escape. Oh.
Alright, just one more.
What are you doing?
Oh, eating fast is kind of my thing.
I'm alright.
You don't eat quick.
No, I'm alright.
My siblings will...
No.
Don't worry.
No.
Your food's safe.
I'm alright.
Take your time.
Oh, no.
Oh, that was almost a personal best for me. Oh, get this. I've got a race lined up at another school. A coach from a big-time athletic college is gonna be there. Know what that means?
Alright.
Do well enough. Might score a scholarship.
Yeah, that's $5 a day.
Right? Then I could keep doing track. I'd pretty much given up on going to college. We just don't have that kind of money. I heard about the chance for a scholarship, so you can imagine why I jumped on it, right? I'm gonna win this thing and go to college. And maybe this will make my mom's life a little easier.
There, it's... I bet it would.
Yeah, you're right. It's a relief to hear you say that. I always think how different things would be if my dad were still alive. If he were here, my siblings wouldn't have to worry about whether or not they get to eat every day. Well, complaining won't accomplish anything. I'm just gonna have to try for that scholarship. Shoot! The sale on chicken is almost over, and it's my turn to cook tonight. I'll catch you later.
Hey. Yeah.
Ain't a deal. I guess with is this alright. From here on out, the exam study sessions are pointless for mechanical reasons, but we still have unique scenes to watch.
Thank you very much.
So I might as well sit there and watch them.
Sorry to bother you like this. I just had a hard time focusing when I tried doing my homework alone. Thank you for agreeing to study with me. Koromaru says he'll study with us too. Right, boy? It must be tough for you guys, having to think about tests at a time like this. Wow. I guess that's why you're the leader. I still wish this was just some dream that we're all going to wake up from soon. Still, the only thing we can do is carry on and complete our schoolwork as always. What's the matter, Koromaru? Huh. He's got something in his mouth. Did you bring this here for us? Thanks, Koromaru. I guess he's trying to cheer us up. I shouldn't make him worry so much. Okay, time to study. If I have any questions, can I ask you for help? And done! That's it for my homework! Oh, you're still studying, aren't you? Is it okay if I stay here for a little while? I'll be sure not to bother you. Koromaru
Nah, don't
and
worry
I will
about
be
that.
cheering you on. Good luck!
Kinda. Because he's... yeah. I don't really want it to be. It was like, the main story is just goofy. Like, it's goofy.
Cool! Koromaru was with us the whole... Wait, what? Where did he go?
Badly? Does not care.
Were you waiting for us to finish?
Think. Is he? You... I guess Melon's...
hang out with him.
It's not that simple. When Melon really
Thanks for studying with me today.
He's
If
just
you're
going
okay
to
with
be
it,
blunt.
I'd like to do this again sometime.
Vaguely. But it's also like I didn't even know. I didn't know it was that bad. Your cognition. Okay. See, it's fascinating. It truly is. Arnold rising jealousy. I'm not sure I'm super comfortable with women.
Sorry to drag you along on this personal venture.
Wait.
No, not exactly, but thank you. Looking through the literature section made me realize something. There are so many books about romance, but far fewer on the domestic life that comes after it. I wonder if that means the most exciting time in one's life comes prior to the wedding.
More to the point,
Does
you
everyone
can
go
also
into
mix
marriage
it.
with the expectation of losing something?
Or rather,
truth
you
is,
know, it's pointless to them.
The group is in
Your
turmoil
desire.
over the inheritance issue, and some of the older members are of the opinion that
Or
a
rather-
student like me isn't up to the task. But I'm the daughter of the head of the group. I need to show that I can take the lead, even if I have to make sacrifices to do it. Fiancé has been chosen for me. He's the new president of one of our affiliates, and he's much older than me. But if I agree to the marriage, the future of the company will be secured. He's planning to announce the partnership and our engagement at the same time. Doing so will give the appearance that the company is stable both inside and out. This is the best solution for everyone involved.
There. Well, that's just a way. Oh, crap.
This was decided a long time ago.
Oh, I messed up. Okay. I was thinking about it. I don't like Aegis. I think it's weird. Like, yeah, that's weird. Nah, oh, that?
All right.
No, back then it
Looks
just
like
went.
everyone's here now.
Well, it's been a week. What's our plan? You okay, Fuka?
You're just so calm, Yukari-chan.
I mean, panicking's not gonna solve anything. Besides, it's been such a drag around here all week.
Yeah, okay. I'll just skip this. I have to go back and, like... I'll go back and watch this later, my replay. Fight. But I realize... Why do I want them to fight? The fight's stupid. Fight. There's no actual reason for the fight. So I didn't do that. There's no reason for the fight. Weird.
Yes.
Okay. A bit. Alright. Okay. I know I'm being pedantic here, but I don't want to be like
Well, of course you didn't. You're the only person I've told so far. My mother and father...
Alright. Do something about it? We already heard this part. Oh, and well, we didn't.
You shouldn't make promises you can't keep. What could you possibly do?
Okay, yeah, alright, fine. Whatever. Alright. Now we'll hear the rest of the scene.
All right.
Sorry.
It looks like everyone's here now.
Well, it's been a week. What's our plan? You okay, Fuka?
You're just so calm, Yukari-chan.
I mean, panicking's not gonna solve anything. Besides, it's been such a drag around here all week, and no one will go to Tartarus.
You're absolutely right. We humans are quite resilient. With enough time, we can adapt to any situation. So, how about it, everyone? It's time we discuss this.
Have you made up your mind, Sonata-san?
No, but I don't plan on running away.
So you're going to fight Nyx?
I don't care.
I don't know. I mean, it supposedly can't be defeated. What about you?
It's just kind of weird that you feel you need to tag me every time you...
Honestly, this is the first time I've ever really contemplated my own death. In any case, we have to choose one way or the other. I obviously don't want to suffer, but that means we have to take a life. Not to mention we die no matter
well,
what we do.
Okay, yeah, I didn't.
Then, do we all agree that we don't want to hurt Ryoji-kun?
Is that how you feel?
Christ.
Me? That's fair. I mean, it's not exactly normal to pick how you're gonna die. What about you, Junpei? Have you decided?
Nah.
What's the matter? Scared?
What the hell is wrong with you? You think this is a joke?
Junpei,
It's death we're talking about here. Of course I'm scared. And here you all are, just chatting it up like it's a goddamn picnic. Can't you see? We're all gonna die.
Then what do you think we should do? Do you want to kill him?
There's nothing I can do.
So
He's the only one who can kill him. Hey, this whole thing is your fault. You had that thing inside you and didn't even know it. You raised it, damn it! If it weren't for you, none of this would have happened.
Junpei!
You're supposed to be special, right? Then do something about it.
It's really not my fault, goddammit.
Stop it, Junpei. It's not his fault. And the
Stop
only
it.
reason we even have a choice is because he carried it.
God damn it, I know! It's just, it doesn't matter how many times I tell myself. I know this doesn't fix anything. It scares the hell out of me.
I know how you feel, Junpei-kun.
We're all scared. I'm scared too.
Me too. I've never felt so cornered in my life. I can't stop shaking.
Same here. We're all in the same boat. And hey, I'm sorry for teasing you earlier. I just don't want to forget.
Why would I
everything.
comment?
I've learned so much since coming here.
I mean, we know either way he was with. And
I didn't mean to yell at you like that.
I guess he just got
I don't
annoyed.
think any of us can blame you right now, Junpei.
Gee,
So don't worry about it. Right?
it's just amazing he did that early.
I'm sorry. I know
Yeah, it's fine.
deep down, but still, sorry for being a dick.
All right. Let's put a pause on any unnecessary gatherings for now. Ryoji said he'll be back on New Year's Eve. Let's just try to go about our lives until then. We have some time,
No.
so let's consider our options while we still can.
Why? Wait, what? Why'd you even agree to fight? Why didn't you tell us? Why?
So dance. If you wanna go ahead, free to do whatever. I'm chilling on my bed. I'm out in my biz, so mind your own biz. Whatever like is, we gon' flow with the set. Hey, feeling the fire with the burning desire every day. We're fire, but never expires. But we gon' chill today. Let me rock the world tomorrow. You know.
No. Listen to me, please. Listen.
Everyone,
It's
listen up.
about you. Now. Ugh. Okay, tell me. I know. What? No.
I think I've
What?
acquired a taste for fast food. Just the other day, I had the urge to ride my motorcycle out at night to buy some. It's your fault that I'm having these temptations now, you know. Do you remember when I told you I was hesitant to meet up with you like this? I'd like it if you could forget I ever said that. We both sleep under the same roof. There's no point in stressing over it. Besides,
what?
I just need to steel my resolve. Say, I have just one favor to ask. Could you continue to show me new places like this? Just until graduation. I'd like to see more of this world that I've been so blind to. Or is that too selfish a request?
Why do I care?
Thank you. Let's make some wonderful memories with what little time we have left. You've taught me so many new things. Whether you're taking command in battle or just talking with me like this. As long as I have these memories of you, I'll be all right. Or so I hope. Now then, the day is still young. You promised me your time. I'd like you to make good on that now.
There was also Jan Lee. I don't even know what's going on. Unique scene with Mitsuru and Akihiko.
Oh, right. All right. Mitsuru, that section won't be covered on the exam.
Oh, sorry. I'm having some difficulty concentrating.
Guess that's to be expected with everything going on. I'm not immune to it either. Sorry.
Nah.
I know we're the ones who invited you to study, but... well, just look at us.
We're making you worry, aren't we?
Definitely feels like we're the ones getting the most worked up about it.
Well, we can't let ourselves be outdone now, can we? Rain or shine, this is still the last exam we'll ever take as high school students. All the more reason to give it our all.
You're right. There's no excuse for slacking. It's time to prove what these last 3 years have led up to.
Ooh, I see the fire in your eyes. At this rate, I may have to relinquish my position as top student. That said, test results are but a single measure. What truly matters is that we continue to improve ourselves. May we both make this a triumphant finale to our time here. And who's the one who stoked the flames? I expect you'll see this study session through to make up for that. Well, I think we've dallied enough. We'll need to make up for lost time.
Because... no.
Whoa. Didn't realize so much time had passed. Guess I was in the zone.
I don't think I've been able to focus this well in a long while. I've just finished reviewing the material.
Serious? Not even close. But I guess that means we've earned a bit of your respect back.
We're almost through this. Keep at it, you two.
Cool. Guess that's that. Now all we gotta do is ace the exams.
interested in seeing that film for a while now. It was a fascinating watch. While the road trip plot was nothing out of the ordinary, the way the characters expressed their emotions was masterful. When the main character left everything behind to go on a journey, that really struck a chord with me. And then in the final scene, he decided to return to his normal life. I wonder if he was happy with that decision. Say, have you ever thought of running away to a place like that? Somewhere far away where no one knows who you are? I see. So you feel that way too sometimes. I'm not saying I wish to leave everything behind. It's just that every now and then, the things that matter are the very things that hold you back. The future of the company, the weight of my responsibilities. Sometimes I even wish that I wasn't shackled by the Kirijo family name. I know. I understand that I can't afford to think this way. Listen to me complaining like this. How pathetic. Talking to you has become something of an outlet for me. I'm sure you're sick of it by now. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, vent all you want.
It's quite tempting. I hope you know what you're getting into.
I think we weren't able to like talk to Mitsuru like around this part of the game, I think.
While we're on the topic, there's something I'd like to ask you. Hypothetically, let's say that I was interested in someone right now. I knew I could never be with him, but even so, I couldn't help but harbor these feelings. Would that be wrong? Keep in mind, this is a what-if scenario. Up to me.
Ah, there you are. Hey, Mitsuru! I've been looking all over for you. So this is where you've been. Come on, let's go.
What? Wait a minute. I didn't make any plans with you for today.
What does it matter? I managed to secure an opening in my schedule tonight. I'm a very busy man, you know. As a simple student, you're just going to have to work around it.
I can't. I've already made plans.
Do you know how long I spent looking for you?
Think over.
Don't tell me you have something more important to do than spend time with me. Why the long face? You're supposed to be my fiancé, you know. Honestly, I thought you understood our arrangement. If you're going to be my future wife, you'll need to learn some obedience. Why must you and your family always be so difficult?
But you
Well,
just
at least your father's not
oh, he's just
anymore,
ghosts in the
so
army.
that's something of a relief.
But why?
Imagine you feel the
You
same.
can clearly see it. I think you just have to accept that Melon really doesn't have any.
How dare you say that?
Who the hell are you? This is none of your business. Get lost.
Well dressed, bitch. More like it.
You know how this works. Corporate management is not child's play. No matter how smart you are, you're still going to need my knowledge and experience. And the Kirijo group still needs the cooperation of my company. Doesn't it?
Yes.
Good girl, Mitsuru. I knew you would listen to reason. Now, let's go.
I've made reservations for us at a luxurious restaurant.
Yeah, careful there.
All right.
Yeah, they tried to prove you.
Thank you for today. It was quite fun. I'm sorry. Really.
There.
Please excuse me.
Don't give in.
It's all right. I appreciate the sentiment, though.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Come on, Mitsuru, hurry up.
But I like talking about
By
it.
the way, you.
I'm sorry.
Think you are
I
worming your way into
just
her favor.
haven't.
You ought to know your place in society. A commoner like you isn't even fit to breathe the same air. Don't you understand? You're just a nuisance.
Oh, see there.
Unbelievable.
Man.
There's a world of difference between you and us. Mitsuru, take care not to associate with his kind anymore.
Wow.
Enough.
Look at this pure classism right there.
Mitsuru?
I said that's enough. I won't let you insult him.
What? Why are you getting so angry?
This is someone I have a great deal of respect for. If you insult him, you
There,
insult
but
me.
I think she's a good antagonist. Like, she's a very consistent
What
antagonist.
are you saying? You would side with him over me?
You said there was a world of difference between you and him. Well, you're right. You can't compare to him at all. He stands on his own 2 feet, challenging fate with his own strength of will. Seeing his outlook on life has inspired and influenced me countless times. I want to be with him. Now. And forever.
You want to be with him? Now and forever? What are you trying to say? You're supposed to be my fiancé. Are you implying I'm beneath this nobody? Take that back this instant, Mitsuru! It's not too late to ask for forgiveness. Think about the future of your company.
I will not apologize. I want to be with him. You're not the one supporting me in my time of need. The group will do just fine on its own. We don't need help from a weasel like you. As of today, we'll have nothing to do with each other. And if you dare to attempt some petty retaliation, then next time you'll have the full might of the group to contend with. Get out of here, you Philistine! I don't want to see your face ever again!
Grandpa! Grandpa!
I forgot that he literally went running to Daddy. Alright. Alright, let's go back to my rooftop crops. It's just golden tomatoes for till now the end of the game. Walmart Lounge.
Oh, hey. Thank you. Okay. I think I forgot my eraser back in my room. Junpei, I'm borrowing yours for a sec.
Hold on! On the flat side, okay? It's brand new. Gotta keep the corners sharp.
Huh? What's the big deal? It's just an eraser.
An eraser's corners are a special privilege reserved for the owner. A precious and fleeting source of euphoria. You learned that when you were a kid? One man's eraser is another man's treasure.
I don't have time for this.
Come on, Fuka. You get what I'm saying here? You're laughing, but this is a serious matter.
Oh, sorry. It just crossed my mind how peaceful things are. It's strange that just being able to study with everyone like this can make me feel so happy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It makes me wonder if this might be the last time we ever get to do this. Just kidding. Sorry, forget I said that. I was just thinking about next year.
Maximum irony.
Yeah, I guess that's the way to think about it. If I go in expecting the worst, I'm just gonna shut down. Thanks. That makes me feel a little better.
Alright, time to get back to studying. Oh, Fuka, can I have some lead for my pencil?
Oh, sure. You can take some from this one.
Thank yous! Oh, dude, let me borrow your highlighter for a sec. Hey, Yucatan! Mind if I borrow your ruler?
I guess, but why have you been borrowing all of our stuff? Don't you have your own?
Listen, when I heard you forgot your eraser, something just hit me. The simple act of helping each other out is like... that's what it's all about, you know? That's... happiness.
Junpei-kun.
You say that, but you probably just forgot to bring all your stuff, didn't you?
Busted.
Thank you for studying with me, everyone. I hope we can do this again.
So dance, if you wanna go ahead.
Right. Thank you. I've been waiting. I finished my story and wanted to show it to you. I was having a lot of trouble with the ending, but I finally figured it out. After the alligator ate his friend, the bird, he cried and cried for a long time. In fact, he was so sad that he drowned in his own tears. His tears became a sparkling lake, around which grew beautiful flowers, and a tree that bore delicious fruit. The other animals in the forest came there often to relax, but none of them knew the alligator had created it, or that he was gone. The end. That's the ending I decided on. Even though the alligator didn't find meaning in his life, the residents of the forest did. They just didn't realize it. The meaning of my life isn't something I should spend my time on. It's more about how I was able to affect others. So, for me, or you, or anyone, just simply existing gives our lives meaning. People can't survive without help from others. We all depend on one another. I don't know how to explain it, but does that make sense?
That's a very poignant way to put it.
I'm glad. This is the notebook I wrote my story in. I've put my heart and soul into it. I wanted to give you this, since you shared my final moments. My body feels lighter. I'm so grateful to have met you. It seems so insignificant, but maybe there was some meaning in it for both of us. Thank you. In the end, I'm glad that I was born.
I am thou. Thou art I, the innermost power of the sun. We now bestow the ultimate form of the sun.
Sun finished.
I have to go now. Maybe someday we'll meet again. I'd like that.
Damn. That's new. That is just new. So what the hell is Akinari? What the fuck?
Hey.
Hey. Hey! Thanks.
Hey, so, didn't Kirijo-senpai say we shouldn't be hanging out like this? Think she'll be mad if she finds out?
I kind of doubt it.
She's been seeing me at the movies for the past week. She has no right to be that hypocritical.
Right. Well then, why don't we just call it a wrap here?
Sonata-senpai, I'd like to ask for some help with this question.
Oh, wait, Junpei-kun. I wanted to ask you,
I think I'll take Koromaru for a walk.
Hey, wait! We'll all take him on a walk when we're done. You can sit back down, Amada-kun. Oh, I guess you found out. I was planning on inviting you too, Mitsuru-senpai. I do understand that we don't have time for chit-chat, but
I didn't say
I just
that.
wanted to spend time with everyone.
This was actually my idea. I was the one who wanted to gather everyone. So, I'm sorry. I don't want everyone to get in trouble for my selfishness.
Hey, you shouldn't be the only one that has to apologize. I feel the same way,
God.
Fuka.
Thanks,
There's like
Yukari-chan.
just
It's just
the whole
when I
thing
think this
is
might be the
just
last. In any case, I apologize for this. Let's just call it for today.
yeah, okay, I get it. It's just let's keep studying.
Thank you. After warning you all, I wasn't sure how to go back on it. I was actually taking a walk to mull it over. Yukari, Yamagishi.
As you're pretty.
I feel the same way you do.
You did say we should try to go about our lives for now. You hear that, Junpei? Let's get to it.
If we're talking my life, studying's the last thing I'd be doing.
Mitsuru-senpai, could you help me with this?
Of course. What question did you need help with?
See.
How
How about
long have
that?
we been studying? Time really flies when we're all in it together.
I agree. Thank you for going along with my suggestion, everyone. You think so? I hope everyone else feels the same way.
By the way, I hope you haven't forgotten about taking Koromaru for a walk.
Of course not. Come on, everyone, let's go.
That'll be it for studying then. Everyone, make sure to give it your all on the exams.
And like, yeah. So feels like there's a requirement for getting on some singers there. Alright, oh, okay. Let's do this. I think that's Malthus. Hey. Venus. Ceres. He's here. Murasaki no Ue.
Yo. All right. You go on ahead to the shrine. I'll grab us some takoyaki. Sweet. Be right there. Got some takoyaki. And this one's for you. Sure thing. Be sure to thank me for every single bite. Just messing around. To be honest, this is kind of an apology for the other day. You know, back when I blew up at you. One pack of takoyaki ain't gonna make up for it, but it's better than nothing, right?
I already forgave you.
Thanks. Still, I felt like words weren't enough for an apology. I took my anger out on you. And you totally didn't deserve it. It's because I really wanted to take out my anger on someone else. Remember when I mentioned I was visiting someone at the hospital? And how I pissed her off, but I didn't know what I did wrong? I think I get it now. A while back, I was asked what I'd be doing with my life in 2 years. By Chidori. And being the insensitive dumbass I am, I said something like, "Hates me," for a long time. I didn't even understand how it must have felt for her to ask me that. So it's no wonder she got upset. She was facing something really scary. And there I was, acting like it was no big deal. The other day, and everyone was all calm and chatting about what Ryoji said. It put everything into perspective. When it finally hit me, I lost my shit and snapped at you.
I'm confused. I thought
really sorry about that, man. Hey, come on, eat up. Don't want
that's not true. That's correct. Oh, wait. If you're...
It's not too bad cold either.
That's right.
Hey, by the way.
The relationship I entered with
on the 31st yet? Gotcha. Look, man. Me and the others might tell you all kinds of stuff, but whatever we say, go with your own gut. You've dealt with enough as it is, you know? I've always been jealous of you. You're a special dude, and everyone's always counting on you. But at the same time, I knew
To be
You're the
honest,
one making all the tough calls.
it's
You're
not
always
that
looking out for
I like
everyone
you,
around you.
but love is a
And people
people.
like me. Sure, I was jealous, but watching you, I knew I could never be you. So,
And how is that?
I figured maybe it's time you chose what you wanted to do for a change. Besides,
I'm not
forgetting everything doesn't exactly sound so bad, does it?
Do you really think that?
I mean, I obviously wouldn't like that. It sucked to forget everything.
I know.
But that's just how I feel. You should follow your feelings. Whatever you choose, I won't let anyone tell you otherwise. All right,
The
that's
thing
enough
that
serious stuff.
humans
Chats like this make
understand
my
that
throat all dry. Or maybe it's just a
At
takoyaki.
the end
Let's
of the
grab a
day,
drink somewhere and head back.
it's
Is that
so
okay with you, Mr.
feel
Leader?
emotions.
Right.
So damn. Yeah. Yes. You were actually able to keep up with me on my training regimen. I'm impressed. So, what do you think?
Of what?
Well, the reason I asked you to join me today is...
We finally found you, Akihiko Sanada.
This bitch is persistent.
We've had a good run up until now. Today's where it ends.
Don't feel bad about screaming if you gotta. No one's coming to save you, though.
These guys just don't know when to quit.
There's no getting away this time. Not for you, and not for your chicken shit buddy either.
Not that it'd matter anyway. You guys live at the dorm nearby, don't you?
Yeah, we saw some girls there. And a kid, too. Sure hope they're keeping safe.
But I'm ready for what? To accept sharing. And to be shared. You're the scum of the earth. You really sincerely are. People are out there dying and getting infected by the Lost.
So you can escape.
And you are this goddamn pressed about fighting one dude?
Then I'll be your first obstacle. Come on. Make your move.
Don't you know what'll happen if a trained guy like you hits an amateur? The boxing team will be suspended, and you'll be expelled. Or worse, you'll go to prison, and your life will be over.
Then why you were such a
That's
bitch?
true. I could never do something like that to my supervisor or my boxing teammates. But even if that's how I feel, I can't back down now. I'll carry that responsibility and pay for it the rest of my life if I have to. I will protect what's important to me. That's why I have these fists.
Ah, what the hell are you going on about?
Oh,
It's legitimate self-defense at this point.
all right then. I'll trust my back to you. Just try not to hurt him. I'm sure you can handle that.
Cocky little bastards!
I mean, there's nothing to stop him. We spent a whole year fighting actual demonic horrors.
Considering their numbers, are you all right? Don't
There's the
show your
only
face around here again.
there was only one way that was ever gonna
Threatening my
end.
friends, you know what'll happen next.
This is like a scene from a Yakuza video game. We just didn't get to play it.
Cold. Plus, someone might have called the police. Let's go to my room for now.
Well, I'd like to put out some tea, but I have to take these off first. They're more than just fashionable. These hand wraps protect my hands and wrists. Not only do these protect me, but they can affect the power of my punches depending on how I wrap them. Whether my fists deal damage or not depends on these. I guess they're like my partners in the ring. Anyways, make yourself comfortable. So, the reason I asked you to join me today. It's because I wanted you to know what I've been working on. I spent a lot of time training and gaining more experience. And I thought I'd finally reached a point where I could feel confident in my abilities. But after hearing what the appraiser said, I felt afraid. I felt anger too. Knowing that all the training I'd put myself through was meaningless. I told myself I'd face things head on. I'm still as weak as I was before. Tell me, do you think I'm strong enough now?
Yeah, for sure, man.
I'd like to think so, but I did lose my way. Everyone loses confidence in themselves from time to time. And that's when their weakness rears its ugly head. Being on the verge of grasping something, but grappling with the fear and frustration of losing everything again. It's so hard to overcome. And it's a feeling I understand all too well. I know we've pushed this crucial decision on you. And I can only imagine how hard that must be. But try not to blame Junpei and the others. You really are strong, you know that? Anyway, as someone who was there too, I just wanted you to know. No matter what you decide, I'm still gonna do what I have to do. I've faced off against countless opponents to get where I am now. If I said all my training was meaningless, then that would be spitting on all of their efforts too. And that would be absolutely unacceptable. Wouldn't you agree? Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent like that. Not only did I ask you to join me today, but you got dragged into my fight too. I've got to at least pay you back for that. I'm pretty sure my special protein blend is around here somewhere. Oh, that. I was thinking of sending that back to my parents when I write them a New Year's card. We don't know how the future's gonna turn out. It's better if it doesn't stay with me. You're one unusual guy. I was thinking this during the fight earlier, but for some reason, I feel like I can trust you to watch my back. Together, we can overcome anything. For a long time, all I cared about was having the power to protect others. And I thought being hard on myself and competing with others was the only way I was gonna do that. Although, it is true that I've gotten more capable through my reckless approach.
Yeah, that's a
now.
Yeah, I like that free feeling. It's like he really does feel like he's using.
But at the same time, I want them to be there fighting with
That's
me
actually pretty good.
in the end. It's because I have all of you that I feel like I can become even stronger. I still don't know if I'm strong or kind enough to deserve this medal, but this is my starting point. And it's something that I should keep with me. You've taught me another valuable lesson today. Now, where to put this? Yeah, I think I will. I did it, Miki. If you say so. I'll keep fighting like I'm up for a shot at the title belt. I may not be very good at motivating people with words, or communicating how I feel, but you can trust I'll never back down from a fight. Even if I'm battered and on the ground, I'll get back up every time.
That's what I want to hear.
I'll never give up. That's my duty to all of you, so you can count on me. I swear I will protect you. That being said, there's still so much I owe you for. I'll be doing what I can to pay back that debt. I haven't really thanked you for all your help until now either. Ah, right. I was going to at least thank you for what you did today. Damn. Looks like I'm out of protein powder. What else do I have? Ah, here. You can have these dumbbells. Just a minute, I'll get them ready for you. You could change the weight on these ones to match whatever your muscle strength is. In your case, I'd start with 8 kilos. No, actually, I think you can handle 10. You could also use a machine, but you gotta do some resistance training too.
Yeah, I want him to talk about it, but he feels weird. And Susie's a cool character. Alright.
Yes? Who is it?
It's me.
Huh? Oh, come in. You don't stop by very often, Senpai. Is something wrong?
No, not particularly. Is this a bad time?
Aw, are you feeling lonely?
Hey, are you teasing me?
Nah, I'd never.
Sure.
I wonder what this Nyx is like. Do you think it's inside Tartarus?
I have no idea.
Oh, by the way, I've made my decision. I want to fight to the end. It's better than doing nothing. That's why you're here, right, Senpai?
You got me.
Yeah, you're pretty easy to read.
I've made my decision as well. The Kirijo group is slowly regaining its footing. After I graduate, the plan is for me to eventually take over as leader. Turning back was never really an option for me.
But what if you die?
If we can defeat Nyx and I die in the process,
I'm not really sure.
then the company will continue on without me. And I'm confident they'd carry on my wishes.
But from what we've heard, Nyx can't be defeated. Though I kinda wonder about that. We've got someone on our team who seems pretty unkillable too.
That's true. And he's an exceptional persona user, even if death was empowering him from within.
He's an interesting guy, huh?
He certainly is.
You know, if things don't work out,
I'm not sure.
I think I'll still be okay as long as I'm with
Like,
everyone.
can I? It's a bird.
Honestly, I don't think it matters if we live or die. All that really matters is that we're proud of how we lived. And I know I'd be proud if we decided to fight Nyx.
Is this about honoring your father's legacy?
Yeah, that's part of it. But mostly, it's about me and how I feel.
I understand.
Senpai, a while back, you asked me to face what comes next with you. You didn't forget, did you?
I could never forget. We'll fight together, Yukari.
Good.
It's amazing! I'm good. Not bad, kid.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Yes! Hey, I haven't been doing so well lately, you know? And it's all because of your blasphemy. I begged so hard for your soul that I think I actually lost weight. Look at me! I'm paper thin now! Damn straight! I get down a hand.
Sorry, Rosemary, you're no Nikocado.
I get what you're
You didn't have special surgery for a couple of months while I wasn't looking.
right? I'm not like my little brother. Not smart or athletic, and I have weird stubby legs. And my pants are covered with food stains. I'm just a thorn in everyone's side. They all wish I could be more like my little brother. All they do is make fun of me. I just want this whole world to disappear. But the world can't end yet. Not until I save you first. Look, I can try harder. I just need to make it to paradise. That should solve all my problems. I'll be taller and more slender, and my body will glow. So I'll be safer at night. See? Then I won't be inferior to my brother. And you won't hate being seen with me. So please, don't abandon me. I have to go, so I don't have time to eat today. I haven't earned forgiveness just yet. And I have to find a new member to recruit soon.
That was him just now. So can handle it.
Sure, all I gotta do is rough him up and I get paid. You know, I've got this buddy who's kinda strapped for cash too, if you catch my drift.
Fine, you'll both get paid. Just make sure you finish the job. Huh? Oh, it's you. 132,000 yen, right? That's the same trick he used on my son. If you know what's good for you, I'd stay the hell away from him.
Oh no. Nozomi didn't just join a death cult. He joined a crypto cult. Alright. Gang site notes. We're just gonna use this on Fuka. We are top of the class, again. For the last time. I've been top of the class my entire year at school here. I've earned the right to snooze through all my lessons.
this, okay? The other day, I let Yukari-chan try a new dish I made. She liked it so much, she ended up eating it all. So I told her it was meant to return the favor for what everyone's done for me. But she got really confused and asked me what favor this was about. It didn't seem like she had any idea what I was talking about, so I told her the whole story. And when I finished, she burst out laughing. She told me I didn't need to do anything like that. She said, when you're friends, you don't keep score.
She's right.
I'd been so negative this whole time. I felt like I needed to be useful to belong here, even though that wasn't true at all. It was just what I was telling myself. I was being blinded by fear. But understanding this made me realize what I really wanted to do. I've been going on about wanting to repay everyone for what they've done for me, but the real reason is a lot more simple. So, will you hear me out? Normally, I'd ask your opinion on how best to do something like this, but I want you by my side. I want to be together with you.
Like Rio. And it's like Rio Hayabusa, who's just I feel the same way.
I hope you understood what I meant just now.
We'll always be friends.
Thank you. You know, as long as I'm with you and everyone else at the dorm, then I feel like I'll be okay, no matter what happens. I know our bonds can't be torn apart. I wouldn't have been able to think like this if you hadn't been there to help me with my terrible cooking. So thank you for everything. I won't dwell on having to repay everyone anymore, but I think I'm going to stick with cooking for a bit longer. And this time,
Rest as is some
not to
weird.
maintain my relationship with anyone, but because I want to do it for myself.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't get any Christmas dates. I don't care.
So, if it's alright with you, do you think you could still help me with my cooking sometime? I know it might not always go well, and sometimes it might feel like I'm imposing on you, but I think it'd be fun to cook with friends.
Yeah.
Yes! Thank you!
Yeah.
I figured it would be best to choose something that's fun to do with others. I can't wait! Oh, I need to get going. I have to go shopping for cookbooks. Let me know if you think of anything too, okay? I'll see you later. Oh, well.
Oh. Excellent.
Phoenix Charm. Mega Drive Act Pupil, that's cool. Phoenix Charm Enduring Soul.
Koro-chan's as happy as ever. No matter how cold it is, we'll be right here. So go play
Alright.
all you want, okay? Recently, I found a recipe for a cake that you can bake with nothing but a microwave. You know, since it's almost Christmas, I wanted to try making something to get in the spirit of things. And depending on the ingredients I use, I might even be able to give some to Koro-chan.
Yeah. It's pretty bad, man. We all have to live with this guy.
Welcome back. Huh? He's
There's
holding
there.
something in his mouth.
But also like.
I wonder where he keeps finding all this. Oh no, Koro-chan! Your butt's all dusty now. I guess we should take a bath together again. Let's head back.
Steam is really convenient. Just the sheer ease of which you can now use Steam to do stuff.
Well then.
Character there. Damn you. Looking back. First one. But yeah, Resident Evil. Okay. I play this. I kind of want to, but I realize if I word this the wrong way, people are just gonna. I do want everyone to give it an opinion, but I just don't want to give like. Alright. Alright, here.
My apologies. All right. I don't think anyone will come up here for a while. I leveraged my position on the student council to make it happen. This is, the first time I've ever used my authority for personal reasons. Wait, that's not important right now. What am I doing? What I'm trying to say is, we need to talk. Firstly, I have to apologize. I'm sorry for what happened last time.
Ooh, that made me happy.
Oh. So it did. When that happened, I said all manner
We aren't
of
friends,
things
you want me
about
to
you,
share
and
them.
then I just ran
With-
off. That was unbelievably insensitive of me.
It's.
I'm sorry.
I've given.
I had been planning on telling you my feelings. I just didn't think I'd end up shouting them in public like that.
Besides, talk about bold.
Hey, don't tease me like that. I didn't think I had it in me either. Ever since I started spending time with you, my life has been full of new experiences. I've felt shock, joy, even outrage.
I wonder why.
Every time, I've always been thinking of you.
That's why. It's
Now that it's come to this,
He isn't
I'm
unfamiliar.
obligated to tell you exactly how I feel.
in the world he came.
Here
You.
goes. I love you.
Man, this is sad because it's like you can have plausible deniability for the rest of them, but it's always the Empresses that just do this.
I'm going to die of embarrassment. I see. That's unfortunate, but I'm glad I cleared the air. You told me it was up to me how to handle these emotions. Thanks to that, I was able to be honest with myself.
Granted, I'm not one of those people that melts because of a confession scene happening to a character I'm sympathetic to either.
To be true to our hearts.
It's just kind of weird.
Your answer. Thank you. If I hadn't harbored these emotions, I would have continued lying to myself, justifying it all under the Kirijo name. And if that had happened, there's no doubt I would have failed on my path in the future. From now on, I'm not going to let myself be constrained by my family heritage. It's because of who I am as an individual that I ended up meeting you.
I like Mitsudo. That and her weird and
I certainly have a lot to thank you for, but there's one more matter I'd like to bring up. I haven't eaten since this morning, so I'm terribly famished. I'd say you bear some responsibility for this. I could do with some takoyaki on our way back. Your treat?
Yeah, I
I'd
know.
hardly complain if you were to do at least that much to mend a broken heart.
Nah. Sorry, Mitsuru, but not sorry. I just have other things in my mind.
Welcome back.
Alright, now the pink duffel coat. I guess we mostly put it on part of defense. Yeah, no wonder.
Koromaru always looks happy when he comes here. Perhaps I'll make this a regular stop on my own walks. I notice many people become restless when this time of year rolls around. But I suppose that sentiment isn't exactly top of mind among the members of our dorm. You know, when I was younger, I was actually quite fond of the holiday season. Every year, as the big day grew close, I would write a letter to Santa Claus. And then, on Christmas morning, I would find his response. It filled me with such wonder and joy.
Yeah, I get it. Lewd camera shots. I don't I don't care. It's whatever. The camera.
Something up again. Ah, I was wondering what it could be. It seems you've got quite an eye for beauty, Koromaru. Well, I suppose it is getting rather cold. Let's start heading back.
I thought you were gonna go visit your mother's grave.
Sanada-san.
You sure this is where you want to be?
Well, I was planning on visiting her, but when I thought about what I was gonna say to her, it just didn't feel right. I've still got unfinished business to take care of first.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't have anything to tell Shinji right now. I've got my own stuff to deal with.
An unbeatable enemy, huh? I wonder what it's like.
Beats me. That doesn't matter, though. I've already made up my mind. I don't care what I'm up against. I'm gonna look it straight in the eyes.
Straight in the eyes. I like the sound of that. You can count me in too.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that. Let's see here.
What's up? Yeah. Sorry I kept you waiting.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to go take care of something.
Yeah. Sorry, I guess I need to train more. going. I'm super thirsty. Oh, that was great. I always say food tastes better with a buddy. I used to come here all the time with my teammates, but... You're the only one who says that anymore. Anyway, they wouldn't come now even if I invited them. I don't really get along with people who don't take the sport seriously. Even started training at different times. Nothing's organized anymore. I used to love it there, you know. I spent all my time on the track, practicing and training. We all loved track and had so much fun together. Then... never mind. It doesn't matter. We're too different, them and me. I'm going to reach heights they never will. I have to. Sorry, that was a weird conversation. I think I'll do lunges the whole way home. You keep at it too. No slowing down.
Oh, welcome. Well,
Chan always looks so happy when we're on break. Maybe it's because everyone's all together. Go run to your heart's content.
Yeah, we're sorry.
It's almost Christmas, isn't it? I usually do a holiday party every year with my club members. But to be honest, I don't know if I'd be in the mood for something like that this year. Guess I shouldn't be such a downer though, huh?
You mean you're making...
Oh, there you are. And you've got something again, don't you? Is that an early Christmas present for us? Koro-chan, were you digging around again? Your nose is all dirty. Come here. Let's get you cleaned up before we go home. Wow!
Let's see. My guy. Morning. Huh. Oh. Well, I guess I have nothing to do today, so...
Another day, another bowl of ramen. Damn, this really is some bomb ramen. How could I ever leave this city? Miss Kano must be in Kyushu by now. I wonder if she had her wedding already. Hey, dude, give that back! That egg's all I got in this world, man. Hand it over or else.
I guess since today we don't have a Christmas date, we can spend this day doing whatever we want, so I'm just gonna finish this one off. I have nothing against you wanting to have a significant other.
Let's go pick up some chicks. No. I'm getting off track. I've been doing some thinking after everything that went down. When Emily left, I was sad, sure. But on top of that, I felt really dumb. Did I really love Emily? Or did I just love the idea of dating a teacher? I thought about it a lot. But I couldn't figure it out. What I did figure out is, you're a true friend. Damn it, why do I say such embarrassing things? God, I'm such a dumbass. Anyway, here, take this. I made it for you. Figured you could pull it off. Your fashion sense is kind of, so I wanted to help you out. I mean, that's what best friends do, right? It's a symbol of our friendship.
The innermost power of the magician. We now the ultimate
Form of the magician. Sick. Yeah. Utsunushi, the warrior god.
I worked up an appetite acting all weird around you. More eggs, please. Make it 10.
I have no idea what the hell going stag means, man. But yeah.
So dance. If you wanna go ahead, free to do whatever. I'm chilling on my bed. I'm minding my biz, so mind your own biz. Whatever life is, we gon' throw it. They say, hey, feeling the fire with
This was a free day. Jesus. Let's see. Alright, we'll use Pickup Line Master, since Sengoku Chronicles will be used later.
chill vibes. The nighttime of love, the sun unwind. Any types of rise, yeah, I'm down. Sit back, relax to the sound that goes around, 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 around. She said, hey, feeling the fire with
Hello. Thank you. There we go. At last, it is fini. You always know the right things to say. When my uncle sees this, he will surely change his mind about Nihon. It is time for him to concede. I must hurry and go see him. Tout de suite. Aloha. I have to say goodbye for a little while. But someday, I will return. I will not give in to my uncle. Please, take this. I made it out of the leftover material from the kimono. It is a symbol of our friendship. Please, please wait for me. I am certain I will return. Here in Nihon, the times I feel truly at home, they are the times I spend with you, my Tomodachi. Kataji, good night.
The innermost power of the temperate, the ultimate form of the temperate.
Sweet. Sheva, you Sheva. Your longer is here.
Pains me to say this, but I will be leaving tomorrow. Peace out.
I see you're back.
Yeah, the game's setting up the bad ending as well as making you feel bad for getting the bad ending. Oh, I messed up and I forgot to put my lukewarm takoyaki inside.
What's up? Yeah.
We already saw this stuff, so I'll just skip this. Alright. I freaking love that there's this fucking fast forward feature. Unless you're like really cool though. Alright. Here.
Thank you.
Hey. Yeah, let's just... Come on. All of this because I missed one date with the goddamn bridge. That's hilarious of me. But yeah, anyway, the whole of Christmas Eve was just free for us to experience a Christmas date. But since that's just the reality of yeah, all that was worth like single Yaiba chocolate.
Thank you very much. Sorry for making you come all the way up here. Well, would you have a practice match with me? Right here, right now. It's just, now we're going up against that thing that lived inside of you, right? I thought if we sparred, I could get an idea of how well I would do against it. I trained in secret for a long time, so I could avenge my mom's death. That was the only time I could forget the pain. When I was alone, swinging my spear. But I've changed since then. I want to use this power to help me live my own life. I'd promised that I'd see this through to the end. I have to make good on that. Anyway, I want you to see me the way I am now, Senpai. Of course, I don't want us to actually get hurt, so I'll be using this. And this one's for you.
Please go easy on me.
Thank you for this. Now then, please, take this seriously. Otherwise, there's no point.
What are you talking about? That's a... What are you
I
talking
never
about?
noticed you could see the stars so clearly up here. You were just as strong as I thought, Senpai.
Okay, Mello was just weird.
I had no chance. At least, now I know where I stand compared to you. Yes, I gave it my all. Although, it is still frustrating to see such a difference in our skills. I don't know what decision you'll make in the end, but as long as there's time, I won't stop training. So would you mind if I challenged you again sometime? Thank you. I'll get closer to beating you. Just wait. I really like it here. I've made so many memories since coming to this dorm. Both fun and difficult ones. But I feel like living means carrying it all with you and moving forward. I used to think I didn't have a place to call home, but I realized that's not something you get from someone else. Home, my real home, is the place that helps me move forward. That's why I believe fighting to come back here is what Aragaki-san would have wanted. I've learned that everyone at the dorm has their own reasons for staying, and that means I need to do my best too. I never would have figured that out if I didn't have you all behind me. I like being on the rooftop at night, but maybe it's too cold to be out here in December. Can we talk some more inside? I'd like to go over today's battle before I forget. Oh, and while we're at it, you should say hi to Hamburger too. Maybe it's because it's winter, but his fur's gotten so fluffy and cute.
It was pretty insane. Alright. We're getting pretty close to the big decision.
Hey, what's...
And we're just closing social link after social link up, thankfully, which means that January won't be that crowded.
pressure look good. And I've already changed the oil, so that's fine. Well, this is just basic maintenance. Anyone can do the same. Though if I start tinkering with the suspension and whatnot, there'd be no end to it. There have been days I've lost track of time doing this and had to run into meetings covered in oil. It seems I'm the type of person who can fall very deep into things. I'll have to be more careful. Oh, by the way, the matter involving my ex-fiancé was resolved sooner than I expected. They ended up reaching out to us about a potential business arrangement, without any of the marriage talks, of course. We managed to negotiate some favorable terms, so that should put the company back on track. I could have decided to burn that bridge, but I'd prefer it may be thanks to you that I've become so open-minded. All right, before we head out, I had a small gift for you, since you've done so much for me. It's the key to my motorcycle. I'm not going to run from my future anymore. Rather, this motorcycle isn't meant to be an escape from my feelings. It's a dear friend that gives me the freedom to go wherever I please. Once I realized that, I felt that I absolutely had to show it to you. As our leader, I think it would be quite fitting if you had the skill to ride my dear friend here. When this is all over, let's take this motorcycle and go on a trip somewhere together. Isn't it? We'll have to start thinking about where we want to go. I look forward to the day you learn how to ride it yourself. Once we go on that trip, I imagine it'll be full of things I've still yet to see. You were the one who taught me the joy of new discoveries. I can hardly wait.
I am thou, the innermost power of the Empress Arc. We now the ultimate form of the Empress within.
I'm not a vacuum, sir.
All right, I think we've talked enough. Today, it's my turn to show you something new. Go ahead and sit on the back. Don't worry, it's just a short drive. I even prepared a helmet for you. The weather is perfect today. The view from the Moonlight Bridge is quite a sight to see, you know. Here goes. Hold on tight.
Or with a devil.
The other day, a woman came to my office asking for a donation. Quite the looker, I might add. In fact, she was very much my type. But no matter how attractive she was, I was repulsed by her dedication to charity work. Of course not. I hate the very word. Why should I have to give my hard-earned money to a bunch of freeloaders? I pulled myself up out of squalor to get where I am today. I wanted to get back at the ones who used to laugh at me. That's what I always dreamed of, anyway. But, to tell you the truth, now I have too much money. Profits are booming. I'm so busy, I don't have time to spend a yen of it. Maybe I should train someone to take my place. I could teach them my business philosophy and management techniques. It'd be a carbon copy of me. It would probably cost me a fortune, but if it works, then it's easy living. How would you feel about being adopted? Only joking. People would get funny ideas if I took in a child as old as you. Donate for the sake of the less fortunate, huh?
I see.
Huh? Junpei-kun?
Ah, hey Fuka.
What brings you here?
Nothing really. I've been coming here a bunch lately.
Is that sketchbook?
Oh, yeah. This is where Chidori and I first met. What are you doing here, Fuka?
Oh, I went home for a bit. I've been going back a lot recently.
Oh, yeah? You know, you've really changed, Fuka. You're a totally different person from when you first showed up.
I am?
Honestly, you were kind of a wimp before. But now, you're something else. I can't even describe it.
You've changed too, Junpei-kun.
Yuka-tan said the exact same thing, but I just don't see it myself. I mean, just the other day I was freaking out and throwing all that blame around. I'm a real piece of work, aren't I?
That's not true.
Man, I was so damn scared. I just couldn't keep my shit together.
I know.
I hate to admit it, but even now, I can't help being scared.
You're only scared because you're choosing not to run away. We all feel that way. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Fuka.
That's why I want to protect everyone. After all, the Dark Hour is horrifying to think about, isn't it? But our persona's awakened, and we're here now. The future hasn't been written in stone yet, and I want to be true to myself.
True to yourself. You're really something, Fuka. Let's fight together.
Okay.
Tanaka, maybe you should understand that you're a bad person.
It's amazing.
Alright, this is pretty much the last, literally the last time we can use Tanaka.
Good, good.
You cannot buy rubies anywhere else. And rubies can get you endgame gear.
Bye-bye.
Go, leave that chica to me. And we plant the second to last golden tomato sprout, because you can tell now this will take us to the end of the game, so there's really no point in buying anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing going on here, so...
sorry, but I don't think I can make it today.
Don't worry, it's alright.
I just feel bad since I'm the one who wanted to hang out. But actually, my mom fainted. I'm at the hospital right now. They said it's exhaustion, since she works from morning till night. Damn it! It's all my fault. And my mom, she's trying to leave. She says we can't afford the medical bills. God damn it! Why can't I do anything? I'm useless. I'm just another one of her problems. I'm sorry about all that. I don't want to be a problem for you too. But I'm glad you were the one to hear me out. Talking about this kind of helped. I gotta get back to her room, so let's talk later, okay?
Welcome back. Oh.
Holy crap, it's cold out here. Hey, Koromaru, mind lending me your fur coat? So, you make up your mind yet? You don't have to tell me now. Just saying. Day's getting close. So, I talked with Fuka earlier today. She's pretty tough. Or I guess she got tougher over this past year, huh? Talking to her was like that last little shove I needed. Girls are tough. And that's no joke. You saying you're tough too? Don't worry, dude. Everyone knows you're one tough pup, huh? You've got something weird again, don't you? Let me see here. Oh, this is... Yeah, I got no idea. Dude, catch! All right, let's get our butts warmed up again. To the door!
The 28th. Oh, look at that.
Hey, I know. Let's get some takoyaki. Oh, I think I know now. I'm gonna go with Mom. She can't cook or clean or do
Oh, you
anything
do
on
make
her
the
own.
right choice.
So I'm
Why in the hell would you make us say she should go with her dad? Game?
me. So, Mom and I are gonna move away.
There. I feel like, well, not literal.
Even if I'm gone,
There. I mean, saying this is
right?
friends forever. Oh yeah, we're gonna be friends forever. Sincerely, we will be.
Ever and ever, okay? You can't forget about me. Never, ever. Okay?
Kenji Tomichika. You fat.
See you later, okay?
You're pretty cool. Oh, Sherry.
Welcome back.
You're cool. Sengoku Chronicles, and that's it. We are just
Oh my.
all over today.
There's a mistake there. That's not how you write, Gekko-kun.
I know.
I really want to listen to this.
So I just forgot how it looked for a second.
I feel a little bad for all the people who've been
There's also like
complaining
Valerie
to save the
Ara,
tree.
who I think has been dubbing.
Speak of the devil. I'm writing a letter. Something I haven't done in ages. I'm used to the keyboard doing all the work for me. What? Is that surprising? I'm actually quite the net surfer, you know?
What does the letter say?
Oh, no, don't look. Oh, I'm shy.
We'll tell you when the time is right.
Are you curious about the letter? Excited, perhaps? Even exhilarated?
Exhilarated, yeah.
We are too. We spend every day looking forward to the chance of seeing you again. Sometimes you even make me feel smarter. Maybe I should just go back to school. Ha, just kidding. That said, I hope we can wrap up the matter before your next visit.
I think, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna stop you. Alright. I'm curious.
Thank you. Which one? What would you like?
The Tyrant Knife for Koromaru. I just made the double zero
The
art.
more I study, the more I realize there's so much everything good. Hope to see you soon.
Oh, it's... I've decided to make a donation. They're raising money to help orphans in foreign countries. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not doing this out of the goodness of my heart. It's a long-term.
Yeah, I think you are. You just don't want to admit it to yourself yet.
Are more likely to become rich and famous, like me.
You realize that you really don't enjoy making money for the hell of it anymore because you surpass all the people
When I told them over the phone,
who like bullied you when you were a kid. There to there. But yeah, Tanaka's kind of.
I received it the very next day. Guess I can't back out now. 10 million yen is nothing to me, though. Once those children grow up and become successful, I'll introduce myself to them. I'll say, I'm the one who made all this possible. Then I'll be well taken care of in my old age. If it wasn't for our conversations, I probably wouldn't have considered this. By talking to you, I seem to have developed an interest in watching others mature. I thank you for that. Actually, I should be thanking myself for so wisely taking note of this.
Behind his selfish demeanor, I can tell he really appreciates me. Yo, Devil maxed out now.
The innermost power of the devil. The ultimate form of the devil.
I think it's what? Baal, I believe. Baal or Beelzebub. No, Moon is Baal. Beelzebub is Devil Max. Yeah.
You can keep that letter. 10 million yen. I worked myself to the bone for that money. and all I have to show for it is that piece of paper. But it's not a bad feeling. I'll be going now. The paparazzi could be anywhere. If any one of them were to find out, my brilliant plan would be ruined. Oh, by the way, about that exclusive modeling contract, I've decided to pass on that deal. Rather, it's your fault for sending me mixed messages. Anyway, quit associating with shady middle-aged men like me and find what truly makes you happy. Bye forever.
I'm gonna go run a shady black website convenience store. Also, it's kind of weird because despite how shady he says he is, literally none of his products backfire on you.
Hey, it's me. You got a sec?
I'm just literally doing nothing.
Morning. I've got good news. I guess it's coming back today. Mitsuru-senpai said her injuries are all healed up. We're meeting in the lounge tonight. Don't forget, okay? See ya.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey. My bad. Thanks for coming all the way here for this.
It's no problem at all.
Glad to hear that. I wanted someplace quiet to talk. I just came from the hospital. After this, I have to pick my sister up from preschool, go shopping, cook dinner, do laundry. There's still so much I have to do.
Seems pretty rough.
It sure is. But I can handle it. My mom had to do all this every single day. Remember how I told you I had a chance to win that scholarship? Turns out I can't practice anymore. I just don't have the time for it. Besides, even with the scholarship, we still can't afford college. I mean, we don't even have enough to survive. We already lost Dad, and now Mom can't work. It's up to me to earn a living. I have no choice but to give up track. Why'd you have to die, Dad?
Yeah, I forgot how deep, dark this got.
I wish I could have taken you on one last time. I just wanted to run one more time. One last run at some big event. Just one more time. Is this really how it ends for me? You're right. I've come too far to give up now. I'm gonna compete. Even if it's my last time, I want to win. I've dedicated most of my life to track and field. It's time to put everything I've learned to the ultimate test. I'm glad we could talk. Everything feels a lot clearer now. Because of you.
It's a path.
I have something to aim for.
There are many
Thanks, man.
However, it's no... Before.
Crap. My sister's probably waiting for me. See ya.
I've returned, everyone. Sorry to have worried you all.
Man, it's good to see you. It's been a whole month, you know? I was getting nervous.
Me too. I was afraid I wouldn't see you again.
I'm just a machine. I can always be rebuilt, Even if I'm completely destroyed, my programming data would still exist.
Come on, don't talk about yourself like that.
I was told she'd need another week for a complete recovery, but I had the work expedited. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve.
I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused.
I am more.
Mitsuru-san visited me while I was at the lab. I heard what
My
happened.
problem is that
You've all been through so much. Have you been well? Well, given the circumstances, I'd assume not. I'm sorry. I could have done so much more. 10 years ago, what I did to you was...
You had no choice, really. It was either me or some redhead chick.
You wouldn't be suffering like this. As for what Ryoji-kun said, have you already made your decision?
Yeah, I have.
I have a favor to ask. Tomorrow, when Ryoji-kun comes back, please, kill him. I can't bear to see you all suffer like this. If you're in this much pain, I beg you, choose to surrender your memories. Even if it means forgetting everything and everyone.
I guess, what are you talking about?
Yeah, seriously. This is not like you.
What is it, I guess?
Why? Why did I come back here? My duty is to protect people from shadows. But now, it's clear that I can't defeat them. What am I even doing here? No matter how hard I try, I can't even shed a tear for you. I guess. Why do you try to fight when you know it's hopeless? Why risk everything when it will only lead to suffering? You're all just throwing away your lives. I don't understand.
We're not throwing away our lives. In fact, our eyes are set on the future. Isn't that right?
Right.
I don't understand. Perhaps it's because I lack a life of my own.
It's got nothing to do with having a life.
I'm a machine created to protect humans from shadows, but I can't carry out that duty with the power I have. So what is my purpose now? I just don't know, and no one can give me an answer.
Well, yeah, you don't have the answers. The meaning of life or death isn't something someone else can just teach you. Making your own decisions is hard, no matter who you are. No choice is perfect, you know? But as long as we're alive, we gotta do something. When you see someone going through the same thing you're going through,
I am not giving.
you just want to help them. That's how we plan on getting through this.
Whatever.
Maybe that wasn't the best explanation, but that's the idea.
That's the idea?
When I saw you collapse, I realized something. I want to protect you, I guess. I don't want to forget about you.
My right is I did everything you tried to do.
There are times when you'll lose sight of your
But you
purpose and you'll
failed
have
to
to
do.
search for it. But if you can't find it again, then what you need is to
I
seek
use-
out a new purpose. I'm not really one to talk, but I feel like I've learned something important this year. To truly live is to be willing to change. And we have to make those choices for ourselves.
Do you think I'll be able to change?
You are not doing.
You have changed so much. Haven't
You
you
are
noticed?
not.
You've even started speaking like a real human.
I understand what my purpose is now. I'm a machine with the directive to live, and the one issuing this new command is me. I'll stare fear in the face and choose to live. This is the promise I've made to myself. I'm not sure how I'll do it, but perhaps that's a part of living too.
Yeah,
Right?
sure is.
Was not coerced. Yeah! Now we are Athena. Awaken all teammates' ultimate personas. A newfound strength achievement. Maximum firepower. Severe pierce damage.
Will you allow me to join you in this fight?
You kidding? Of course. You've always been one of us.
Thank you. From now on, I stand with all of you, no matter what happens.
Yeah!
I suppose.
Yo.
Salut.
Oh, she sounds happier.
Hey!
Wow!
If you wanna go ahead,
Hey!
free to do whatever. I'm chilling on my bed. I'm out in my biz, so mind your own biz. Whatever.
Alright then, we're gonna go to Taurus next time. Day before the new year, and a lot of people decide to waste their lives wandering inside a giant death tower. I'll never get some people, man.